Okay, welcome everyone to today's video. We're looking at the weather for the next couple of weeks, and especially onto around 17th of February, where it's going to get very, very interesting. So if you didn't already know, we're going to get straight into this. Also, drop a sub real quick, because we are on the way to 1,200 subscribers, so drop a sub. So high pressure is the yellows, oranges, and reds, and the low pressure. High pressure are reds, and the low pressure is the greens, blues, and purples. At the minute, we've got high pressure sitting over to Scandinavia, a little trough of low pressure in the mixer, and we have got easterly winds coming in, bringing some wintry showers and some light snow at the moment as well for parts of the country, but not enough to really settle much or just cause any disruption at all, even though some places could see a little dusting, especially in Wales, I would expect. If we do now go ahead and take a look at the latest GFS operational run, you can see high pressure moves towards Scandinavia there. We stay in a cool easterly before the Atlantic tries to break through and sends it a little bit milder. We stay fairly blocked, and by this point, it's looking quite poised around the 15th of February. I mean, look at the situation. We've got high pressure up there. I mean, over here, it's in the freezer at this point. I mean, even though a lot of places in Europe are 25 degrees above average at the minute, look at this point. They're no longer above average, and the beast is sitting just to our east and northeast there. But, right then, we're not really bringing anything in. And this Atlantic is going to try and topple that down. If I do just duplicate this very quickly, and I'm going to show you something very interesting indeed. I'm going to go over to Archive. I'm going to show you what happened in 2018, the Beast from the East. So if we do go like that, and we go forward to the 15th, like that. So, if we go forward to when the Beast from the East started to happen, here you go. So this high pressure, look what it does. It goes up there, up towards... Oh, why can't you see it very good? There you go. Up towards Svalbard. Just there. This is the Beast from the East 2018, right? And it's all cold to the east, and this is why we go cold. Now let's have a look at the situation, what we are forecast next week. Here you go. Look at the resemblance. High pressure goes up towards Svalbard once again, and is really sort of looking like it's going to unleash it at this point. It looks like it's going to break through, and we're going to be in the freezer, but it's just not quite doing it just there. Now, if we look into the Atlantic, you can see that when we had the Beast from the East, there was some strong low pressures in this just here. And if we look at now, it looks almost identical with some strong, basically identical two little lows. Which, look, these two lows here, they are basically the same as 2018. Take a look at that. But they are just in slightly different position. But, well, let's see what happens with the latest GFS. What happens is the Atlantic's that strong, it just breaks down. And it sort of goes wet, windy, and unsettled from the west. But we do start turning colder at the end, as the winds start to come underneath this little block here and go in from the northeast. So a bit cooler. But what happens with the Beast from the East? Instead of that, when it, broke down, it didn't do that. Overall, in the Beast from the East, the high pressure stayed strong. That let the Atlantic sort of move in, and that just brung, the low pressure further south and loads of snow, and that's what produced the Beast from the East, basically, and all the big snow events we had with it. So that's the difference, right? So now we're going to go through the GFS ensembles and have a look to show you why, not why, how much of them are going for it. So as you can tell by number one, it's not really doing it, is it? So we're going to start on Wednesday the 12th. because that's like when things start to get interesting. Let's have a look at the control run and say, what does this one do? Also, let's have a look at the upper air temperatures when the beast from the east came in, just so we know what sort of level we're looking at. So, beast from the east comes in there. I know it's freezing, but yeah, when it starts to come in, it's looking that cold. It does go absolutely freezing, then we get a snow event there. But it only lasts for a couple of days, as you can see. But the coldest is just there. So let's take this, because this was the beast from the east. So this is the sort of levels we want to get to. So let's have a look at the latest control run, see if this is going for anything like what we want. So once again, that high pressure goes up towards Svalbard, and it's even stronger with the control run. Look how strong it is around Greenland there. So it's not over Scandinavia as much, and that sort of resembles what happened with this one. As you can see, it wasn't really over Scandinavia, it was just to the west, a bit more towards Greenland, a bit like the control run is, but not as far west, so it's very similar. So we'll go back here. We'll obviously show you the temperatures again. That's what we're looking for. So that's the level we're sort of looking for a beast from the east level. And we'll just duplicate that like that, and we'll show you what sort of like situation we're looking for. So that's what we're looking for with the pressure, and that's what we're looking for with the temperature. Control run looks like this. So that high pressure does stay further north, and it drops south, and look what happens. It sets up in a sort of similar position as it does from the beast from the east. Take a look at that versus that. Very similar. Around Greenland, just there. Now by this point, look at the temperatures over here. I mean, we're not far off the beast from the east level upper air temperatures. And as we move through a little bit more, the high pressure stays strong, but we stay fairly, we don't go too cold by that point. We're cold, but we are not in the freezer yet. But then look at this. The high pressure stays strong, and then we start to get the winds in from the east. So if we look, it's not at that sort of pressure levels. It's not as strong as an easterly by that point. Because if you look a day on, you can see that's why it was so bad, because the easterly was that strong. The whole country was snow covered. But if we do look at this one, you can tell it's not as strong, right? But look at the upper air temperatures with a huge block. I mean, the polar vortex is all over the place. Look at the upper air temperatures. Beast from the east level is like that, with the minus 15 in, and we do have the minus 15 in. So from this control run, and look, it stays fairly cold for the whole time, all the way up to the end, we're still freezing. I mean, at this point, we're trying to bring more Atlantic in from the west and go milder. We're colder up to the north and east. So, I mean, we're going to get loads of snow with that, and there's a low pressure system sort of plonked over us, all slack, and all sorts is going to be going on. So that's sort of a beast from the east level run from the latest GFS. So take the control run, right? So we want to see some more of them popping up. So now let's go through the other ensembles a bit more quickly, because obviously we're not going to have time to go through all of them like that, are we? So we'll start on Wednesday once again. We're going to get going because we can't keep the video going super long. So number one looks like this. So Atlantic comes in from the west and goes more milder and settled. It's a bit chilly. By the end, we are close to being quite chilly, but we never really get it going, do we? So that one's not really very cold. So I'm going to write this down as well, just so you know. I'm not going to call it a beast from the east because everyone will be moaning at me. So what I'm going to write it down as is... Alright, I'm just going to write it down as beastly because that's what I'm doing. Right, so we have beastly or no beastly. So we've got the operational run had no easterly wind. The control one did have an easterly wind, and number one did not have an easterly wind. So let's get running through these now. So let's go through number two. Number two looks like this. Number two keeps the high pressure fairly strong. It does keep it fairly strong for the whole time. There's no really beastly wind with that. And I mean, by the end, look at this. February heat wave, by the way. We'll be sunbathing on outside. After that one, we would. I mean, Some of these are crazy. We have a beast from the east and a heat wave. So that one's got no easterlies. So that's 3-1 to no easterlies. Number 3 looks like this. Number 3 keeps high pressure strong to the north. And by the end, we look like this. So by the end, we are on the edge of starting to drag something in quite cold. But we're not quite there. We're just on the edge. So that's not a beasterly, but it is fairly chilly. Number 4 does strengthen high pressure a bit more. It's very close. I mean, look over Europe. I mean, the temperatures are absolutely freezing. Um, and then look at this. This is what we're looking for. So take a look at this. Look at this from number. Wow. By Wednesday, the 19th of February, what is the day after I come back from Finland, from all the snow up there, and then look at this for an easterly wind. So this gets towards beast from the east level around the 22nd, but then we go milder, as you can see. It does break down quick, but that is beast from the east level for a while. Everything would be snow for the entire country, looking at them upper air temperatures, right? And the winds are that strong. Take a look at the pressure systems from them. So it's stronger there than it is. So there's the strongest bit of the beast from the east. There's what we're looking at. So I mean, this is sort of on the same strength winds from the beast from the east with this number 4 run. So this is very, very severe. Temperatures, not quite, but they're very close. Minus 15 is on the way. So I think that's a beastly, because it is, to our standards these days. So that's definitely a beastly easterly. So that's 3-2. A big flip from the models today. Number 5 does this. So yeah, we do get an easterly in just there, southeasterly. We start to tap into that very cold air. And look at this. A bit of a battleground going on. And then all the cold air over Europe is absolutely stacking up. Look at that. That's beast from the east levels to the east. We don't really ever tap into that cold air, but we are very close. So that's no. But that was very close as well. Thanks to the 30 of you who are still here on the live stream. Number 6 looks like this. Goes a bit more wet, windy and settled. There's no really beastly easterly. There's little times where it does go colder though. But there's no real beast from the east, is there? No. So that's 6-2 to no. We have snow in West Oxfordshire. Congratulations, there's no snow here. This is number 7 from the GFS. So look at this. The Atlantic goes more unsettled with this one. Temperatures aren't too mild though. And look at that. We nearly get minus 10 in from the west there. So that's a very sort of zonal cold westerly, northwesterly. And that could probably produce some quite chilly air and some snow. But no, that's not an easterly either. So that is 7-2. We need to see a comeback. Number 8 looks like this. Here we go, here we go. Look at number 8. Dragging in the bitterly cold air from the east there. And the wind, oh no, I've get one, there we go. And the winds are very, very strong as well, bringing snow showers. And up to this point we are very cold. Upper air temperatures near -5. And by the end, I mean, we're still quite chilly. Look at that. And very cold over to the east. So all that would take is that high pressure to go a little bit further north again. And we're blasting them easterlies. Go to the beast from the east. If you look a little bit before it got unleashed. It looked very similar there. Than it does there, doesn't it? But yeah, for beast from the east low pressure anomalies, I think that's what we want. That sort of thing. I mean, that's extreme. That's the proper beasterly. That is an extreme chart. So, I think that one is a beastly easterly. It's not crazy, but it is good enough. Not really settling because it was raining before, yeah. Number 9 from the GFS looked like this. So we sort of break down that. So this one's a close one, but we do end up just going bit milder, so it's not really any big issue with this one. Number 10. Keeps high pressure strong. Oh, look at this. Look at the cold over Europe by this point. What? Sorry everyone, the headset went off again if you're watching the video live stream. It's going to snow in Pennines, please. Probably not, because I think it's going to fizzle out before it gets up to you. But next week and the week after, I think you've got a good chance if these easterlies do come off. But look at this. What is that? Ashton, what do you think of this chart? Look how cold it is over Europe by that point. How cold is it there? Oh my word. I'd be in the freezer. um, so does number 10 unleash it? Because it looks like it's going to. Oh yes, there you go. Look at number 2. What is that chart? Look at that. That's a proper good chart for cold and snow. Look at that block. We've got a decoupled polar vortex as well. And that's just an extreme chart, so that's definitely... It's not like... It's sort of beastly northeasterly, but yeah, it's still beastly. Let's go back to number 11. What's number 11 doing? Oh! Ashton, have a look. Oh no! What? What? This is worse than Beast from the East level. From number 11. I mean, look at that. Oh, and look at this. No! That would be the biggest snow event if this came off since the Beast from the East. Look at that low pressure system. Shame you can't do ensembles with precipitation time. Look at that look at that. If we go back to the Beast from the East, you can see this low pressure area that comes up and produces a crazy snow event just there, right? As you can tell, you know, but I mean, look at this. What is that for? I don't know. Look at that. Look at that block. I mean, look. We basically reversed the winds. I mean, yes, it's westerly further south. I was mentioned on the Met Office earlier, I know I was. But look at this, it's sort of easterly winds all the way across the sort of whole of this side of the world by that point. And this is one of the craziest runs I've ever seen from my 6 years doing the weather. That's extreme. Just look at that. I mean, let's have a look at the upper air temperatures as it comes in. Look at that over Scandinavia. I mean, where I'm going next week could be seeing... Oh no, I'm there then. It'd be about minus 50. And then look what it's going to be like as it pushes down to us. We unleash it. And that's minus 20 upper air temperatures. That is worse than Beast from the East levels. Equivalent or worse to... And one of the biggest blizzards we've ever seen. And then we go back cold right up to the end. It's not as cold at the end, but that is crazy. There's still a little block around Iceland. That would be... That would be the second half of February to remember. Wow. Number 12. Don't let us down after we... Number 12's doing it. Number 12's doing it too. Number 12's doing it as well. With minus 15 to minus 20 upper air temperatures. It unleashes the beast. And then there's a... Oh my... What? And look at the charts by the end of this one. And then there's a battleground at the end. That is another extreme run. I mean, if some of these came off, we'd be worse than Beast from the East. This is crazy. What do you think of that, everyone? Right, number 13. Are you going to flop on us now? Um, yes, you are definitely going to flop. Wow. Still can't get over that chart what I've just seen. I've got some... It's not 7 out of 7, but there's like 10 so far with no bestially and 5 with it. But the fact that yesterday we only had 1 doing it, and today we've got... So far we've also already got 5 and we're not even halfway through. It's crazy. Right, let's have a look at number 14. Well, that's just spoiled it. Number 14 doesn't unleash its... Number 14 does it as well. Are you kidding me? Number 14 unleashes it. These are some of the craziest things I've ever seen. What? Right, number 15. Oh, number 15 does it as well. Yeah, it does. And he gets a minus 15 into the south. So that is classed as beast from these levels. By the end, we're building the high pressure back up, and it's going to do it again. Yeah, you keep adding the odds up. I'll just keep going. Oh, number 16. I don't think we can get any better than whatever that number 14 was. Number 16 lets us down. Wait, number 16 lets us down, but then ends up going a little bit more chillier there. And by the end, we are going to go cold with this one, but that one does not count. So this one is not a beastly. So it's we got 11 with no beastlies and 7 with. So right now we are quite even. Look at this one. Number 17. With a battleground. Oh, this one's like... See, this one's not beast from the east temperatures, but this one's a huge snow event. This is a massive snow event, and we do stay cold. Really right up to the end before we start going milder from the west. So this, I'm going to class this one as... Yes, I think this is a beastly, considering all the snow we would have with that one. 9 to 7. No, it's not a 9 to 7. It's a... Right now, it's a 8 for a beastly wind and 11 for none. So it's 8 to 11 at the minute. Quite even. Number 18. Number 18. Oh, so close. No. That is absolutely closer than you'll get. Look how close we are. I mean, for the eastern part of the country, we get it for a time. We get minus 15 for air temperatures, but it just doesn't get in. So that one's no. That one is not a beastly. 19, we got 11 more to go. Number 19 unleashes it for parts of northern Scandinavia. Builds the high pressure back up. And it does it. Look at this. Wow. Let's have a look at the upper... Stays cold up to the end. We've got another one. I mean, from the 2 models yesterday going for it, the 2 GFS ensembles, to these... We're 2 subs off 1,150. Drop a sub. In North London, only rain. Number 20. Doesn't do it, but it's got to be close to a lot of snow there. It does bring a lot of snow first, but it just goes mild, so that's not one. It's close, but it doesn't do it. So it's 9 to 13 at the minute. So 9 with a beastly, 13 without. 21. Does not do it. Come on, don't let us down now. Not after what we've just been seeing. 22. 22's doing it. 22 does it. But Goes milder after, but let's see. There you go, that's definitely good enough for me. Then we get a snow event, then we do go milder at the end, but that's definitely a decent one as well. We never see snow in North London. If some of these charts off you would, came off you would. I think the date this would happen is starting on Sunday the 16th of February. Which is very interesting because that's the day I get back from Finland. So I'm sort of travelling down from Finland up here. There. Down with the cold weather. So I'm coming down with the easterly. I'm coming down with the easterly flow. What do you think about that one, Ashton? Well, one sub off 1,150. Drop a sub. Helps me out a lot. Does it do it? Number 23. It does it. Number 23 gets minus 15 in as well. Strong easterly wind, plenty of snow. Oh, look at this run. No, I'm not in Finland now, but I'm going to be in Finland on Sunday. Oh my, what? This is the best one yet. Ashton, if you are still with us, take a look at this. Sorry if that was a bit loud, everyone. 1,150 subs. Thanks, everyone. Keep the subs coming in. We are on the way to 1,200. Anyway, it will be chasing you. I'll be coming down. Look at this. As I'm travelling back from Finland on this day, this cold air here is following me down. My plane's coming down and it's following me. Look at that. That's worse from the beast from the east. Look at the upper air temperatures from the beast from the east there. Minus 17. We get minus 20. It's worse. Look at the strength of the winds from the proper beasterly. There. The winds are worse than that, and the whole country would be snow covered. Minus 15 widespread at night time. That is the... Whoa! That's a run. That is a run. I know it's in the extended range, but something's going on here. I've never seen any charts like this for a while. Number 24 unleashes hit. What? And look at that low pressure in the south as well. A little dink in the isobars. With snow as well. Oh, that's a bit small. With snow as well, just there. The whole country. Minus 15 upper air temperatures. What is this? And it stays cold up until this point, where we are in the freezer. This is more long-lived than the beast as well. And we are cold all the way up to the end. What a run. This is getting... Can we even it out? We're 2 off being equal. Number 25, don't let us down. Number 25 is... Oh! Number 25 is very close for a time, but just doesn't do it. I mean, look how cold it is there. We get the temperature in, it just doesn't do it, so that's no. That's a 12 to 15. We're nearly equal. 26. Goes a little bit milder. By the end, we are going to try and get the easterlies coming in. So no, this is not one. So this is 12 to 6. Look how cold it is over here. Even nearly down to Italy there. Look how cold it is. But yeah, no, that's not one. So that's 12 to 16. 27. It's so close. I mean, it does do it there, doesn't it? But not really, no. No, this one doesn't do it. No. So it's 12 to 18. No, 12 to 16. No, it is 12 to 17, yeah. Right. 28. Come on, we need a couple more. Bringing the beastly in, then we've got a chance, I think. Is it gonna do it? Oh, it does it! Look at that! The winds with that one are as strong as it. Wait a minute. That looks similar to a chart I've seen before. Oh, Tyler's in the chat. You're right, Tyler. We've got some very interesting charts with a lot of the models unleashing the beast from the east in around a week or two's time. And this one's temperatures are beast from the east level. And if we look at that situation from the beast from the east 2018, and look at this comparison, it's basically identical. Widespread snow showers, the whole country snow covered. That's 13 to 17. 29. We could do with like two more. We could do with the last two just going for it. Oh, number 29, so close. But it doesn't do it. Well, by the end, it's doing it again. By the end, we're trying to do it again. So after this GFS run, we would end up unleashing it, but too late, so no. I think I've done some adding up wrong, but I'm just going to continue with it. Finally, number 30. Unleashes it. Not properly, but it does do it. Not as bad as the other ones, doesn't really get the proper beast from these temperatures in. But I think I've done some miscounting, so I am going to count this one anyway. But that was one of the craziest weather forecasts I have ever done, and overall, right, we've got beastly, no beastly, oh yeah, it was 14 to 17. It's got to be because I think I've added it up wrong. Yeah. So we got 14 bringing in the beastly, and 17 with no beastly, right? So you think, oh, it's still more chance that we're not going to get it. Right. Let me just show you something. This was what I was writing down yesterday when I was doing it by myself. Because there was no point in me really doing a video because it was rubbish. This were the odds. The odds were beastly 1, no beastly 30. Now what does that show? And today it's gone from that, 1 and 30. Let me write that up here. So I write the ones that it was yesterday, up in the top corner is 1 and 30, to where it is today, 14 to 17. To me, that's very interesting. For you watching the video, this is going to be it. Thanks everyone for watching. Stay tuned, it looks very interesting. See you in the next one. Goodbye.